let there be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Sing with us. There be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. One more time. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now.
Thank you. That was beautiful. So yes, thank you to Maylin and to Carolyn for our music today. And I want to thank Donna Lynn Watley for being here to give us our prayers. And she will pray with you after the service if you'd like. Or you can put a prayer request in the prayer box in the back of the room. I do want to welcome all of you, no matter what your background is, what faith you've been to, who you love. Just know that everybody is welcome here at Unity on the Avenue, to our Sunday services, to our classes, our spirit groups, our special events that we're going to talk about in announcements. Just know that everybody is always very welcome. This is what our community is about. It's about you. And I am Lori Smith. I'm the spiritual leader here at Unity on the Avenue. So I'd like you to join me for our statement of faith. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
As we settle into this time of prayer, breathe. The very act is an abundant response to the fresh, sweet, early morning breeze. What a simple gift that Spirit provides for us. We smell the green and growing things all around us. The rain has nourished the earth, filled our reservoirs, and washed the city streets. Breathe. Feel your heart realign with the grace and gratitude for the abundant universe. Give thanks for the opportunity of fellowship that fuels your soul. Let us foster helpful attitudes that transforms our world into a kind and loving place to be safe in. Cultivate positive emotions. Fill your being with joy and express it with every interaction. The more you give of yourself, the more Spirit will provide for you. Birds sing their joy of knowing that they have all that they need. They give us a song, an awareness of the joy of daily living. Make a joyful noise. Share the loving gift that is uniquely yours to give. Know that prosperity is in your heart, for Spirit fills you enough to share. Be quick to be good. Do what expresses the best of your own true nature and its source. A deep satisfaction and happiness will radiate from you, and the awareness of your generous love will be a comfort to all you meet. An attitude of gratitude shows. An attitude of service enhances the quality of your life and all of you around you. Breathe. Your well-being is grounded in faith. Your loving kindness is a gift to the world. Pass it on. So it is. Amen. Psalms 37:4. Take delight in the Lord, and she will give you your heart's desires. And I would just like to say that we have these prayer requests in the back of your chairs. If you need to fill one out, please feel free. Blessings.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we desire. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we designed.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow. So today we're going to talk about awakening abundance, the spirit of conscious prosperity. But I wanted to start with a joke. I was lighting things up. So a woman was getting on a bus with her baby. And the bus driver says, "That is the ugliest baby I've ever seen." And the woman's all offended. She goes to the back of the bus and she tells the guy next to her, "That bus driver just really offended me." And he says, "Well, you go give him a piece of your mind and I will hold your monkey." Pretty bad, huh? That happened to be the best one I could find, with some slim pickings here. So if you have a good joke, bring it to me. Would you like to have a more prosperous life? Anybody like that? If you had all the desires of your heart, what would that look like for you? If you were living your most fulfilling, prosperous life right now, how different would it look from the life that you're living today? In our culture, we often have a view of prosperity, at least I did before I came into Unity, that prosperity was all about money. And I think that there's nothing wrong with money. It does good things for us in our lives. But it's a symbol. It's kind of an unused symbol at the time, an energy exchange for something we may need in the future, like shelter or food or clothing. But it does start a flow of activity. So when I pay $20 at the grocer's, at the market, the grocer takes that money, gives it to the food distributors, gives it to the farmer. So it's a circulation of energy. It's a currency of a creative flow of divine activity. So I once heard a reverend that was talking about money, and she said that she likes it to be called currency. That's her preference because it symbolizes circulation. It's a movement. So it moves into our lives, and we can use it to pay for a service or a product, and it moves out of our lives and into someone else's life. Many people view the accumulation of money and possessions as prosperity. But that's actually a pretty limited view because true prosperity is so much more than that. In 2 Corinthians 9:8, it says, "And God will generously provide all you need. Then you will always have everything you need and plenty left over to share with others." It's about the fullness of life. It's the eternal flow of abundance in the universe, and we are part of it. It is an inner sense of contentment, confidence, and appreciation, and it shows up in how we perceive our world and how we live our lives. The word prosperity comes from a Latin root which literally translates to go forward, hopefully. So it's not so much a condition in life as an attitude toward life. truthunity.net is a website that's very helpful. It tells us about unity history and beliefs, and it explains that spiritual prosperity is founded on the understanding of the inexhaustible, ever-present spiritual essence as the source of all good things that flow to us from divine spirit through love and grace. And that really is the main message today. So I'd really like you to hear this. Spiritual prosperity is founded on the understanding of the inexhaustible, ever-present spiritual essence as the source of all good things that flow to us from divine spirit through love and grace. And it's through this lens that we see our world that brings great meaning and richness to our lives. Prosperity comes from within. It's an awareness and inner consciousness of abundance and the unlimited nature of divine spirit. Through prayer and meditation, we are reminded of the fullness of the allness of spirit. In the silence, we are still and listen for that still small voice. And when we make this a daily spiritual practice, we open ourselves up to infinite possibilities of prosperity. Prosperity is a spiritual principle. It is a holistic sense of spiritual well-being, abundance, and joy in all areas of our life. It includes health, love and relationships, career or vocation, as well as things we have and use to enhance our lives. When we are centered in the universal flow, we become synchronized with this divine bias for good. We experience inner direction and the unfoldment of creative activity. Possessions come too, but prosperity is not just having things. It's the consciousness, the awareness of our connection with spirit that actually attracts good into our lives. Amazing things can and will unfold. We are living magnets, constantly drawing to us things, the people, and the circumstances that are in accord with our thoughts. So we need to pay attention to our thoughts. So do we wake up in the morning and say, "Good morning, God"? Or do we wake up in the morning and say, "Good God, it's morning"? We can wake with worry, anxiety, a negative view of how our day is going to be. And when we think about lack, we can stop, we can breathe, we can focus on limitless substance from divine spirit and choose a different thought. We can choose to think about how blessed we are, how many opportunities we have in our life, how much love and happiness we have in the people and the situations around us. And we can think about the faith that we have that God will bring good into our lives. So you can wake up and think about describing the feeling of what a prosperous life feels like for you. So you may feel joyful, loving, fun, meaningful, optimistic, energetic, active, adventurous, healthy, kind. You may feel caring or grateful, playful, generous, beautiful, balanced, sharing, giving, growing, expansive. You may feel like learning, serving, uplifting, inspiring, creative, expressive, funny. Just to name a few things that you might be feeling. This is a mindset of looking at possibilities. How rich and engaging our lives can be when we connect to divine spirit and just open our hearts and minds to accept the abundance that actually is surrounding us right now. Charles Fillmores wrote that imagination is the faculty of mind that images and forms, the power to shape and form thought. And with our imagination, we lay hold of ideas and clothe them with substance. Life can be transformed by the mind that sees differently. The more in tune that we are with God, the more opportunities for prosperity comes to us, whether it's an exciting idea, being in the right place at the right time, or meeting the people who can help us. When we are continually aware of the presence of God within us, good things happen. Some people call them miracles or coincidences, but Unity accepts them as the perfectly natural function of the divine. I had a vision, actually, for Unity on the Avenue that came to me in a prayer and meditation. Unity House over here is part of this property, and we actually are so grateful for all the resources that we have here at Unity on the Avenue. And there's a wonderful counselor over there. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to meet her. Her name is Nancy Boards. She rents one of the offices upstairs to see her clients. We have another very nice sized room that is currently not being used. So I see potential in this room for another special person to provide a healing service to our greater community, beyond our church walls even. And I'm envisioning a massage therapist, someone that does Reiki, someone that does healing body work. And in renting this room, it provides our community financial resources so that we can continue our mission of inspiring, connecting, and serving. Some people may say they see a musty, empty room, but I see our corner property as a healing center for the body, the mind, and the spirit. So we have the ability to realize our divine ideas of prosperity by moving our feet to prepare the office for just the right person. Prosperity first shows up as divine ideas, and we just need to be open to them and to act on them, to be open and receptive and move our feet. I don't know if you've ever read any of the books titled Chicken Soup for the Soul. I used to read those. I love those. They're so heartwarming little stories. And the co-author of the book, Jack Canfield, was driven by a deep soul desire to contribute to the reader and thus to humanity. In 1992, he was struggling with what to name his book. He wanted just the right name. And it was actually during a meditation that he came up with this name. He recalled at the time that this happened that he got goosebumps, and he felt this certainty that this book would carry his labor of love into the hearts of people around the world. That name, Chicken Soup for the Soul, is now worth $100 million. So Jack Canfield's quote is, "If you think of a dream, you have the capacity to make that dream come true." True prosperity comes not through getting, but actually through giving. Giving jumpstarts prosperity. So to be in the flow of the law of giving and receiving, we must be willing to give of ourselves. We have been given unique talents to bring to the universe, and by giving these talents, we maintain the flow of good in our lives. In the early 1900s, the Fillmores shared their message through a magazine, but people reported that they didn't have the dollar to buy the magazine subscription. So their adult son, Lowell Fillmore, came up with a divine idea that was actually he received during his meditation. And he came up with the idea of a prosperity bank, and it was made of cardboard. And the banks were given out for free. They were foldable. They mailed them out to them when people requested them. They had a little slot for coins. And the idea was to save a dime a week for 10 weeks to save $1 for the magazine subscription. And this was a time when people were making about 18 cents an hour. So it gives you an idea of how that works financially. But the magazine subscription started when the bank was requested, and then people sent their dollar in whenever it was saved. And the names of the people that had made that request were sent over to Silent Unity to be prayed on for 30 days. Every time they saved a dime, They repeated the prosperity affirmation that was printed on the back of the bank and held it in silent meditation. So the bank idea was designed to enrich the consciousness of the one using it and to help overcome thoughts of fear and lack, and cultivate instead a sense of joy and well-being and plenty. It was a practical application of the law of prosperity. After people used this, they reported evidence of abundance in all areas of their lives, increased financial well-being, better relationships, deeper connection with spirit, realizing that divine spirit is the source of all good. Unity distributed a total of 9.5 million of these banks. And the bank's reach exceeded anything else that Unity did. It was better than it did add well over 1 million new people to their Unity movement. And it produced more people involved in the movement, more than Silent Unity Prayer Ministry, the Unity churches around the country, or the books published by Unity. And the magazine subscriptions also grew. But it was really a good example of how keeping in our mind where this money is coming from and going to, and where Divine Spirit plays such a foundational part of prosperity. We can give from the heart for what we truly value, to support organizations that are engaged in activities that we want to promote to make a greater difference in the world. Unity on the Avenue gives to nonprofits that share our values, and we want to support the good work that they're doing in the world. So we give to Senior Support Services, Colorado Feeding Kids, A Little Help, and Angelica Village. We give a donation every month. It's part of that circulation. We receive donations here at the church, and we give them out to our community. Unity on the Avenue congregants have also given time and community service to these nonprofits that I mentioned, as well as the financial support. So generous giving is a special kind of giving. It's giving with the thought of God uppermost in our mind. And one of the important components of spirit groups is our community service projects. And we do those for our greater community. The projects are much more than just completing a service or a task. It is about the conscious expression of spirit and connecting heart to heart with the people receiving the services. So we have participated in some very meaningful discussions, as well as just having fun with someone who just may need a little uplifting for the day. I would tell you that we played bingo with the Senior Support Services, and it was so much fun, and everybody had a smile on their face, and I think sometimes that's just what we need to give to the world. So any kind of work you do, whether it's paid or volunteering or calling to a particular task or project, it should be a giving process. Let your work, whatever it may involve, be an outworking of the creative flow. Begin to think of your work as a calling. The creative process is calling, singing its song in you and as you, and you become prosperous and successful in it. To get ourselves recentered in the awareness of the ever-presence of substance, the most effective way to accomplish this is by being thankful. The grateful heart opens the way to the flow and becomes an attractive force to draw itself to great things. Giving thanks is an important state of your consciousness, which keeps you in an awareness of oneness with the divine flow. So last week, I went to get my teeth cleaned at the dentist, and I'm sitting in the dentist chair thinking, I'm really uncomfortable, I feel really impatient, I have so many things I have to do, and a lot of negative thoughts, it's not very helpful. And I just realized that all of a sudden, like, what am I doing? And I just stopped and breathed and I just began to think of all the things that I was actually thankful for at that moment. I was thankful I had teeth. That is a good thing. And they are even healthier because I spent time in that chair. I was thankful for the hygienist, who was really kind, really caring, and he was helping me take care of my teeth. I was thankful I had insurance to pay for this. I was thankful I had transportation to get there. And as I was sitting there counting my blessings, I began to feel better. I began to be more comfortable. I began to be more patient. And it seems like such a simple act to change our thinking, but it has amazing results. And I imagine that even that energy moves out into the people at the office. I think it really makes a big difference in my life and probably other people's lives as well. So just feel grateful. It's an energy you stir up from within. Let the spirit of thanksgiving flood your whole being with its healing warmth. You release a vital energy that draws to you opportunities, employment, a secure flow of substance. In your gratefulness of heart, you can bestow prosperity or blessings upon all the many things, experiences, people who have a profound influence on your life. This changes your thoughts and feelings and the consciousness that you project into the world. Co-founder Charles Fillmores said, "Blessing the substance increases its flow." So if the money supply is low or your wallet seems empty, take it in your hands and bless it. As you prepare meals, bless the food with the thought of spiritual substance. The more conscious you become of the presence of the living substance, the more it will manifest itself for you. For everything you have, see, experience, everything is a symbol of prosperity to confer blessings upon. We can bless our home, our job, our money supply, and confer a consciousness of abundance upon them. This is an act of tremendous power that can be used by all of us. This is the reason we say thank you to Spirit for donations received during our Sunday service. You may have noticed we bring the plates up here, we thank Divine Spirit for that support for us, and we bless them. In demonstrating prosperity, you should praise and give thanks for every little evidence of financial improvement. Be confident of the immediate cooperation of God's Spirit with you in bringing the manifestation for which you have given thanks. The divine resource never fails us. God is the omnipresent, unfailing resource for all who trust him and who make all their thoughts align with Spirit. God is your prosperity. Stamp this thought daily on your mind, and you will reap financial success, joy, peace, all kinds of good things come into your life. Prosperity consciousness comes through cultivating large ideas of God's abundance, and then blessing and praising everything that comes to you, even if it is small in appearance. After years of high turnover rates and low morale at a tech startup in Silicon Valley, the leadership team decided to implement a culture of gratitude with their organization as part of their strategy for improving employee satisfaction. So they launched an initiatives like Thank You Thursdays. I like that, Thank You Thursdays, where team members were encouraged to express appreciation to their colleagues in public, say out loud with other people around, and they started sending handwritten notes and thank you notes to employees celebrating milestones and accomplishments. And as employees embraced this new culture of gratitude, productivity soared with teamwork dynamics. The atmosphere shifted from an environment of competitiveness to one of cooperation, enhancing creativity and innovation within teams while forming stronger bonds among colleagues. So the next section is about Brother Lawrence. So Brother Lawrence was a mystic lay monk, and he coined the phrase, the practice of the presence of God. So if you are serious about making a commitment to get yourself and keep yourself in a positive stream of life, eliminate thoughts of there's not enough, or only talk about the things you want to live and grow. Think about the ideas of abundance, sufficiency, and well-being. Thoreau said, keep moving in the direction of your dreams. And Brother Lawrence said, make a deeply rooted commitment that you will practice the presence of God's substance, ever reminding yourself that you are in the presence of an infinite, eternal substance from which all things come. Resolve that you will live and think and work as if you really believe that the whole universe of creativity and substance were present in every project of your work and every transaction of your investments as your never-failing resource. So if you will practice the presence of God's substance with diligence and persistence, you will begin to realize true prosperity. There was a special, it was a Scottish Himalayan expedition in 1951, and you can see the people at the bottom of the beautiful Himalayas. This is a picture of that. And there was a man who was a writer and also a mountain climber in this group, W.N. Murray. And he noticed that at first people were like, yeah, let's go do this, and it wasn't a lot of commitment happening, so he wasn't really sure if they were going to follow through. But then everybody made that commitment. They booked their sailing to get to where they needed to go. They paid their fees that they needed to happen. And once they made that commitment, things started to fall into place. Things came to them that they never dreamed would support them in their mission for this expedition. And he wrote a quote about it that's pretty well known on commitment, and I wanted to share that with you. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth: the ignorance which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would otherwise never have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from that one decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamt would have come his way. So he says, I have learned a deep respect for one of Gough's couplets. Whatever you can do or believe you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and majesty in it. So let's take these words of wisdom and commitment into meditation. So I'd just like you to relax in your chair, allow it to support you in a comfortable position. You can rest your eyes if you'd like to do that and it's comfortable for you. Breathe in a few deep breaths, and with each exhalation, release any tension, concerns, or negative thoughts. Turning within to the sacred space where we are centered in spirit, we move our thoughts into that sacred place of stillness and peace. Divine love and peace fills our hearts. We are surrounded by a divine presence which wishes for us only good because we are the expression of spirit in the world. Spirit supplies us with divine ideas, creativity, opportunities, and guidance all along the way. Opportunities for new good flow through me daily, and I acknowledge Divine Spirit as my true source. Ever-flowing positive energy permeates your mind and being as you listen for the still, small voice in the silence. God is my instant, constant, and abundant source of supply. As you return to this room, begin to hear the sounds around you. Gently stretch. Open your eyes when you are ready. We are so very grateful for the prosperity in our lives, in our health, in our relationships, in our well-being. As we become fully present with awareness of the presence of Spirit, we are committed to do what is ours to do. And so it is. Amen.
Alleluia, 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 alleluia. We are one now, 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 we are one now.
So now is the time for our offertory blessing. And there are many ways to give to Unity on the Avenue with cash or check, or we have a square in the back. We have a donation button on our website. And everyone is always welcome as far as volunteering on our teams. You know, that makes such a big difference in our community, and we appreciate each and every one of you with every gift that you contribute to Unity on the Avenue. So join me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you, Carolyn.
That's a beautiful song. Beautiful song. So, everybody can join me in our statement of faith. The light of God surrounds us. I am that light. The love of God enfolds us. I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.